So I was looking through Empire magazine the other day. This one, John Watson on the cover, dressed as a hobbit. And there's an article on Keira Knightley about her starring in Anna Karenina, which I'm really looking forward to, by the way. The article starts, "If you remember seeing Keira Knightley in Bend It Like Beckham, prepare to feel old." Okay, that was 10 years ago. I remember things that happened more than 10 years ago. Like 9/11, for example. That was more than 10 years ago, and I remember that. That doesn't make me feel old. Being old makes me feel old. I turned 22 on Monday, and I just feel like it's a complete waste of time. But yeah, well, I have been wasting my time with for the last decade since I last vlogged. I started watching Doctor Who, which is awesome. I kind of didn't think I'd like Christopher Eccleston. I was kind of feeling like, well, there's David Tennant and Matt Smith, and what is the point of throwing some other random dude in before that? Which was a very mean thing of me to say, to think. But I started watching it, and Christopher Eccleston is just brilliant. Really, he's so funny, and I was really, really sad when he, it was very ambivalent sadness because I love David Tennant. So it was fun that he came along, but at the same time, Christopher Eccleston disappearing like that. I've only watched 4 series. I started at the 2005, obviously. I've only watched 4 series, so I haven't encountered Matt Smith yet. I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very sad episode. Right, what else have I done? Oh, I'm watching Gilmore Girls at the moment, which is just lovely. I started watching it, following it as it had the last 2 seasons or something on the telly. But I haven't seen the earlier seasons. So that was really fun. I'm currently in the middle of season 6. And it hasn't been a month yet. So I haven't really been doing much else but watching Gilmore Girls. My library joined a new sort of system, database thingy, that connects all the libraries in this county. So we now have access to a great deal more books and stuff. I, for example, ordered a book, an anthology of suicide notes, or suicide letters, more like, that they had about a long way up north, that they didn't have here, which was really a kind of a waste because it wasn't really that interesting. It was translated from German, and the letters were from a period between, I don't know if it was the last few years before the Berlin Wall was taken down, those 2 decades or something. there was some like I will kill myself now so that my poor wife can go back to her family on the other side of the wall, sort of thing. And there was a lot of crap in the beginning about German suicide statistics and that. It was kind of not very interesting. But I wouldn't have known that if this new system hadn't been put in place, I guess. So yeah, also they made all the DVDs free. They used to cost money to rent before, now they're all free, so I went on a little renting spree. I have this thing, I downloaded a bunch of films onto my computer, and then they just lie there and I don't really feel pressured to watch them, and I keep, watching TV series or rewatching old movies or something instead, which is not really what I want to do, but I'm very, very lazy. So this renting thing, you only get to rent them for a week. So I've borrowed like 5 films a week, because that's the max. Can't borrow more. I tried once, wasn't allowed. So 5 films a week, and then I've been going through quite a bit of films. Because I had the deadline of returning them, so I watched a lot of films for a while there. Now these last few weeks I've been kind of busy with Gilmore Girls, and yeah, so I haven't rented any new films, but instead I thought I would do, as The Avengers has been released on DVD and Blu-ray. I really wanted to see it, didn't catch it in the cinema, because they kind of just screened it in 3D here, and I really don't want to see it in 3D. So where was I going? Oh right, I haven't seen any of the individual films about the members of the Avengers, so I thought I would watch those. I watched Iron Man yesterday and it was pretty awesome. It's witty and funny. It did kind of break my heart though when Tony Stark tried flying with his suit, and then when he landed it was too heavy, so he broke through the floor and then landed on his grand piano, broke the crap out of it, and then went through the floor again and landed on his car. I can't remember what car it is. I looked it up yesterday, for fuck's sake. Anyway, that was kind of a heartbreaking scene. Love pianos. But yeah, it was a really good movie. I read I was looking through the cast list on IMDb, and there was Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and I was like, yeah, I know he's in Avengers, but I didn't see him in this movie. And I was going through that while the closing credits rolled in the background. So I was going into the trivia on IMDb to see if he had a cameo or something that I'd missed. And while I was reading through that, this scene after the credits popped up, and there he was, obviously. That's why you should always wait for the credits, because there's almost always a scene that you want to see after that. So yeah, where was I going? Oh right, I looked at the the trivia on IMDb, and the first thing was that Rachel McAdams had been offered the part as Pepper Potts, but she turned it down, and I was like, oh, thank God, because if she'd been in it, I probably wouldn't have watched it, because I really don't like Rachel McAdams, but I really like Gwyneth Paltrow, so that turned out perfectly. I was gonna watch Iron Man 2 today, but it's on my brother's computer and he's in school, and he didn't turn it on, so I can't access it until he gets home. So I'm not sure what to do now. I'm gonna try maybe to watch Cabin in the Woods 2. Speaking of the Avengers, Joss Whedon, you know. I'm not sure. I don't like horror. But Frank Prince is in it, so obviously I have to see it. But I don't know. I'm probably going to watch it when it's light out. I really don't like horror. Speaking of, one of my favourite TV series, ironically, is Pretty Little Liars, which I kind of hate that it's one of my favourites because of the horror elements in it. Because I mean, there are scenes that are really creepy that I just sit and, but can it be over, please? Get out of there. Someone coming, you're going to die or whatever. I'm really quite chicken. But yeah, I was really gutted that there wasn't an episode this week, and there won't be another till the 23rd of October. Then everything else has started. Ugh, stupid fall TV. Oh well. I suppose I could watch some more Gilmore Girls until my brother comes home, so that I can watch Iron Man 2, because I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I hope it's good, and I hope that I manage to vlog again sort of soon. Feel free to nag me, really, because I kind of get the feeling that what the fuck should I do this for? No one's gonna watch it anyway, and I'm just gonna be all you know, panicky about there being another dorky video of me on the internet. But you know, positive criticism, that sounded weird. Positive feedback, maybe that was what I was trying to say, is always nice, I suppose. Right, I'm gonna stop babbling now, and I will maybe see you soon. Bye.